Do you feel it? The anxiety creeping in when you check the news? The anger boiling when you scroll through social media? The fear that maybe the world is spinning out of control? And here's the hard truth. It's not just your personal stress. It's bigger. What you're feeling is America's collective shadow rising. The financial crisis, the wars overseas, the chaos online. They are feeding something dark in our collective unconscious. But there's a way through this storm. Today we're going to explore how ancient Stoic wisdom can steady your mind, and how Jung's shadow work can help you face the darkness, not run from it. Stay with me, because what you'll learn today might just be the key to real peace in 2025. Take a breath, sit with me, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get started. Jason used to feel in control. A 38-year-old accountant from Ohio, he had always prided himself on being logical, practical, and calm under pressure. But lately, something inside him had changed. The anxiety started small, a tightening in his chest every time he checked the news. War headlines, market crashes, political chaos. Then came the sleepless nights, the irrational anger toward his coworkers, and the deep sense of hopelessness he couldn't shake. On social media, everyone seemed either furious or fake happy. Every scroll felt like gasoline poured on his growing inner fire. He tried meditation. He tried positive thinking. He even downloaded an app on Stoic quotes. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. But no matter how many times Jason repeated that mantra, the storm inside him kept growing. What was happening? Psychologist Carl Jung would say, Jason wasn't just fighting his own personal demons. He was caught in the eruption of something much bigger, the collective shadow. Jung described the shadow as the dark, repressed parts of our psyche, the anger, fear, envy, and desires we're taught to hide. When individuals repress their shadow, it festers and eventually erupts in destructive ways. But when entire societies repress their collective fears, guilt, and aggression, it doesn't just stay hidden, it rises as mass hysteria, polarization, violence, and deep anxiety. Look around America today. Financial crises that make people feel powerless, endless wars, and the looming fear of global conflict. Social media turning every grievance into viral rage. Political division where neighbors become enemies. Jung would call this the eruption of the collective shadow, a society that prides itself on freedom, control, and positivity, but underneath carries centuries of unprocessed trauma, injustice, and fear. And now it's leaking out through our screens, through our nervous systems, through people like Jason, and maybe even you. Jason thought Stoicism would save him, and to a degree it helped. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control external events, only our reactions. It urges us to cultivate inner peace by focusing on virtue, logic, and what's within our power. For centuries, this mindset has helped people stay calm in chaos. It's no surprise that during today's crises, Stoic philosophy is seeing a revival. But here's the problem. If you use Stoicism as a shield to suppress your real feeling, your fear, rage, sadness, you're not mastering yourself, you're feeding your shadow. As Jung warned, what you resist persists. What you deny controls you. Jason didn't just need to repeat Stoic mantras. He needed to turn inward and confront the dark storm that had been growing inside him. The marriage of Stoicism and shadow work. This is where true healing begins, not by choosing between reason and emotion, but by integrating both. Stoicism provides the anchor, the rational framework to stay centered, to choose virtue over vice. But Jungian shadow work provides the map, the process of facing and integrating the disowned parts of ourselves. When Jason finally sat down, away from his phone, away from the news, and asked, what am I really afraid of? What part of me am I trying to silence? He began to see it, his deep fear of losing control, his suppressed anger at a world that felt unfair. his envy of those who seemed to thrive while he struggled. Instead of pushing these feelings away, he wrote them down. He allowed himself to feel them, without judgment. And then he turned to Stoicism. He asked, given these feelings, what is still within my control? How can I act with courage, temperance, and wisdom, even now? This is the dance. Shadow work to face the storm, stoic discipline to steer the ship through it. Jason's story isn't unique. Millions of Americans today feel like they're losing their grip. Inflation and financial instability draining their sense of security. Social media amplifying every fear and conflict. Wars and political chaos triggering ancient survival fears. This is not just personal anxiety. This is the collective shadow rising. And no amount of surface-level self-help will fix it. We can't just scroll more stoic quotes or meditate away our fears. We must do the deeper work. Face the parts of us we've denied. Acknowledge our anger, fear, and grief as human, not shameful. Use stoic principles not to suppress, but to guide our response. Only by marrying Stoicism with Jungian shadow work can we truly find peace. Not the fragile calm that shatters under pressure, but the deep, unshakable stillness that comes from knowing all parts of ourselves and mastering them. So if you feel the storm inside, if the world's chaos feels like it's invading your soul, remember you're not broken, you're not weak, you're being called. Called to face your own shadow. Called to rise above, not by denial, but by courageous integration. Like Jason, and like countless others waking up today, you have the tools, Stoicism to stay centered, Jungian wisdom to explore the dark, face the storm, steer your ship, and you'll find not just survival, but a new kind of peace. A peace born not from escaping the shadow, but from dancing with it and leading it with light. If this story sparks something in you, a quiet fire, a moment of stillness, or the courage to take one step closer to who you really are, then you're in the right place. We're building a space for thinkers, dreamers, and doers, for those who seek depth in a world full of noise. If that sounds like you, hit the like button, drop a comment to share your thoughts or your own story. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. See you in the next one.